Hi everyone, it's Emma and today I'm doing a book haul. This is technically going to be a July book haul because I did get all of these books in July. However, you know that I do not do book hauls every month. I have recently kind of been on a book buying ban post BookCon and Book Expo. I did not buy any books for a while, like a month and a half, which is good. That was a good start. However, I did get some things recently and I wanted to haul them, and then I'm going back on a book buying ban. But anyways, I did have some exciting things that I wanted to haul for you guys, so I'm going to get into that. The first book is one that I'm so excited about. It was sent to me by the author because we met at BookCon and then we met again in California, and she is so nice and she sent me her book, and it is Fox by Nadine Brandeis. Oh no, I hope I didn't say your name wrong, Nadine, because I know we even had a conversation about how no one knows how to say your name right. So forgive me if I forgot how to say it right. So Fox is a new release. It came out just this month. It is going to be one of my fall reads because I'm still kind of in a contemporary summer cutesy read type kick, but as soon as that kick is over, I think I'm going to be entering into this world. This book takes place in 17th century London, and it follows this war that has broken out in reaction to a plague that has broken out. There are the igniters and the keepers, and they're two different groups, and the keepers think that the igniters started the plague, and the igniters think that the keepers started the plague. And our main character, Thomas Fox, has been infected with this plague, so he is slowly turning to stone, like turning into a statue. That is what happens when you get this plague. His dad is part of the keepers, and he asks him to join this plot to stop the war and launch an attack on the igniters. However, as a result of this plan, the girl that Thomas loves, family, will be killed. That is the plot. That is what I know. It sounds exciting. It sounds creepy, and for some reason, fall time is the time for London-based books, so I don't know why that is, but it is the case because I am looking forward to getting to this one probably next month. Then I was recently in the Amazon bookstore and I picked up two books there. The first one is called 180 Seconds by Jessica Park. I had never heard of this book before, but I was drawn to it because of the cover, and when I read the premise, it just sounded so interesting. It got me really excited about it. The kind of tagline that drew me in says, 3 minutes could change her life forever. What I gather from the blurb is that this one is about this girl Allison who is entering into her third year of college. As a kid, she was a foster child, so she jumped around a lot, she had to move a lot, and she kind of made the decision to not form deep bonds with people, like not get too connected. So she lives her life with her headphones in, and then one day she is roped into this social experiment at her college, and she has to interact with a stranger for 180 seconds. The stranger being a dreamy social media star named Esben Baylor. I love these kind of stories where it's like they meet by happenstance and some random interaction forms a bond between them and then blah blah blah. Love story. I just love those books. Like if it is something like that, I just want to read it. They get stuck in an elevator together, sit next to each other on a plane. Those plots just draw me in. So I had never heard of this book before. I had never heard of the author, but it just sounded intriguing. I liked the cover and I'm going to go for it. Give it a read and see what I think. And the other book that I got at the Amazon bookstore is Helium by Rudy Francisco. This is a poetry book that I've seen floating around. I've picked it up a bunch of times in different bookstores because the cover is so cute. This time, however, I read the second poem that is in here. It just called to me and I loved it, and I'm always kind of looking for male poets because I, in general, have not liked any of the male poets that I have read because there have to be great male poets out there, so I'm always kind of looking for them. Modern male poets, not like Walt Whitman, because Walt Whitman was the first poet I ever loved. The poem that I flipped open to that made me get this book is called Good Morning. Get out of bed, the day has been asking about you. It dragged the sun into your room this morning, pulled an entire disco of light through your curtains, hoping that all this gleam would be enough to get your attention. This is how today says, notice me. Just that idea of like waking up in the morning and feeling the day calling to you and seeing the beauty in every day. I just loved it, automatically fell in love, and I knew that I had to give it a try. I'm going to take a break from the books for a second and haul some graphic novels and manga that I picked up recently. The first one is called First Love Monster. This one was also a impulse bookstore buy. I had not researched it or anything, but I read the back and it said, when 15-year-old Keiho Nikaido, I'm sure I said that wrong, leaves her sheltered home to start life anew in Tokyo, the last thing she expects is to nearly get hit by a truck. Saved in the nick of time by a handsome stranger, sold. Keiho falls head over heels for him and boldly confesses her feelings. The handsome object of Keiho's affection agrees to go out with her, but her newfound bliss is short-lived when it turns out... What? Oh my gosh, I did not read to the end of the blurb, because the end of the blurb says that she finds out he's a 5th grader, and she's 15. There is no way that this boy on the cover is a 5th grader. What? Well, that one sold me because of the whole getting rescued by a handsome stranger thing. But I guess I didn't read to the end, so we will see. We will see on this one. I'm not sure about that. The next one that I got is a graphic novel, and it is called Space Boy. This one is a sci-fi graphic novel, and it is about our main character Amy, who lives out in deep space. Her dad loses her job and she is forced to return back to Earth. However, Amy sees people in a very interesting light. To her, every person has a flavor. Her mom is mint, sharp, and bright, and her dad is like hot chocolate, sweet and full of gentle warmth. However, when she arrives on Earth, she meets a boy who has no flavor. The reason that this was so intriguing to me is because it sounds like synesthesia. I've mentioned many times on my channel that I have synesthesia, so to me, every person has a color, and to her, every person has a flavor. And the idea of meeting someone that did not have a flavor, or in my case, a color, was so interesting to me. Like, that has never happened before, and I'm so excited to read it. It sounds like it's going to be a mix of like high sci-fi and a high school story, which I love. I'm here for it. And then the last graphic novel that I picked up is called Chloe and the Cloud. This one, there was an open one in the store, and so I flipped through it and I bought it completely because of the adorable art style and also just the adorable premise. It's about this girl who is always happy and bubbly, and then one day a cloud appears and it starts raining. It just sounded so cute that I had to pick it up, and I just loved the little art style. It's so cute. Look how adorable. Next, I have 2 editions of the same book, which I will explain in a minute. That book is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I had to hunt so many bookstores for The Secret Garden. I guess it is one of those classics that is in just a forgotten period at the moment, but I thought it would be a really easy one to find a really beautiful edition in. A Little Princess, you can usually find a really pretty edition, but The Secret Garden was really difficult. I could have ordered one online, but I really wanted to get it in person. So I picked up this one, which I don't like the cover very much, but I really liked the illustrations and the way that it felt to hold this one. I've been wanting to reread The Secret Garden recently, so I got this edition because I knew that it would be a nice one to read and carry around in my bag. After getting this edition, I ran into this edition. What editions are these? Macmillan Collector's Library editions. They have them for lots of classics, and underneath is this beautiful blue bound book. I'm not sure if I will read it in this version because it is so small and I don't want to carry it around with me and get it beaten up, but it was so cute and pretty that I just thought it was a good one to have for my collection. I will be reading this soon, before the fall time. That is my goal. The next book that I picked up is The Idiot by Elif Batuman. This one takes place in the year 1995, and it is about this girl Celine, the daughter of Turkish immigrants, who arrives at Harvard for her first semester. That, along with the fact that this is a Pulitzer Prize finalist and I've heard really good things, is enough for me to want to buy it. In the fall time, I guess because it's when school starts and it's also when I read The Secret History, I just always want to read books about Harvard or Yale or like Ivy League schools. I don't know, it's very random. But I've been drawn to this one a bunch because of the cover and because I had just heard good things about it. And since fall time is approaching and I knew that that mood was going to hit me soon, I decided to pick it up and give it a try this fall time. Next, I picked up In Conclusion, Don't Worry About It by Lauren Graham. This is an expanded version of a commencement speech that Lauren Graham gave at her old high school. Lauren Graham is the actress who played Lorelai in Gilmore Girls, and this came out recently, and I remember picking it up. I think it was while I was in a bookstore in California, and I saw just like the cute doodles inside, and there's flowers drawn at the top of every little page, and I just wanted to read it and see what Lauren Graham had to say to young people. It also is just really pretty and aesthetic. And then lastly, I picked up a poetry magazine. This is the July-August 2018 edition, a publication of the Poetry Foundation. So this is filled with different poems that they published for the July-August edition. And as I'm always looking for new poets, and as I loved the watercolor cover, and it was only a couple dollars, so I decided to pick it up and give it a read, and hopefully find some new poets that I love. Oh, I almost forgot a book. This one was sent to me by my friend Elena, and it is 7 Days of You by Cecilia Vines. My friend wrote a little note inside saying that she's never read this book and she has no idea if it's good, but that the cover was really pretty, and I just felt like she understood me so well in that moment. However, the back does sound like something I would be interested in. It is about this girl, Sophia, who has 7 days left in Tokyo before she moves back to the United States. 7 days to say goodbye to the Electric City, her wild best friend, and the boy she has harbored a crush on for the past 4 years. 7 perfect days, that is, until Jamie Foster Collins moves back to Japan and ruins everything. Dun dun dun! On the front it says a second chance at first love, so I'm guessing that this boy, Jamie, was her first love, and it's about them reconnecting and whether or not they can make it work when she only has 7 days left in Tokyo. I'm guessing the answer is no, but who knows? That is it for my book haul. I am going to do another haul in the very near future. I have some clothes and some skincare and some pens and some journals that I would like to haul, so I think I'm going to do that all in another haul, or this video would have just been way too long. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a little thumbs up. I hope that you have a lovely day or night or afternoon, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, and I will see you in my next video.